Okay, over on the client, open up the client form, double click on the refresh button, go back to the form, double click on the send button, go back to the form, double click on the listen button, go back to the form, double click on the port text box. We can copy a lot of this code over from over here, actually, but we're not. We'll just copy this part because we have to write all of our backup code. All right, and we're going to have, I'm just going to copy these over. I'm not going to worry about calling them on the other form. That would just be annoying. Let's put these down here. And yes, thank you. There they are. All right, let's go declare our variables. Pretty much the same variables that we had before. A few of them, but fewer of them, but pretty much the same. I'm just going to work on port 8000. Well, I mean, the port needs to be the same between the client and the server. Just the way it is. Okay, I need to go back to the form. I need to double click on the form itself to get a load in here. And we'll copy and paste that way up here. And then I'm going to go back to the form, properties, events, form unloading, form closing. Just like before, but the form closing is going to be a little bit different. The only thing we're setting there, I think, well, we need to clean up a little bit, so we'll get to that. Okay, so we'll get to it right now. M closing is equal to true if M client is not equal to null, and close it. Say goodbye. I put that in the form load. My mistake. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Back up to the form load. M.message timer is equal to a new. Well, we're going to have threading in here, so go ahead and type out timer. It's going to mess everything up. Have it check every second because I want to. I didn't name these, did I? Yeah, I copied and I pasted these from the other form before I named them. So we gotta go through here. TPIP and TBIP addresses, or address. It's actually addresses. And so tbip.text is equal to get address. There we go. Very beginning. Alright, so tbsystem.text is plus equal to the system message. tbreceived.text is plus equal to the read message. System message is equal to string.empty. Read message is equal to string.empty. Refresh, there we go. TB ip.text is equal to get the address. String.ip address is equal to tdip.text. IP address IPA is equal to IP address parse our address. And I do need the host this time. Get me the host entry for that address. Starting your hacking career right now. I apologize to your mother. I am now. Ruining you. I am now ruining you. Too bad back office isn't out there anymore from Microsoft. That was the hacker's delight. One second, be right back. Alright, I had to pause there just in case there's a glitch in the video. That's I had to check on something. Client worker. We need a new method. From the listener, so we'll put it down here on the bottom, put it above the address messages, and we are going to call it client worker. Client worker, just wrap it in a double try catch, 2 catches. So we may have a null exception here. Actually, I'm going to put a catch-all on it also. So it'll be 3 catches. Copy one of these and remove or turn it into exception. There we go. Get our IP address. If our IP address is null or empty, let's just set it to whatever our first address is. Let's just try to pass port in there instead of doing a int32. I don't know why I did that. Get our stream. We're going to keep our stream around. And now we need to write another method to call from here. So like I said, these methods call each other so much, it has to drive someone with a OCD insane. I'm going to grab these exceptions because they're going to be the same ones down here on send message. Convert our message into a byte array. Write our data to the stream, sending this to everybody else on our chat. And log that we have sent our message. jump back up here, right there. Just send a message from our client worker. That's our worker D. Alrighty. Now we need our listen button. Very similar. Do a try catch first. Can I paste it? Yeah, they're still in my cache. So call our client worker. Try the pool again. What is wrong with me? I have no idea. And we're going to tell it to wait for the message. We have to go develop wait for message first. Okay, so. Huh? Oh, yeah, I haven't defined it yet. Silly me. Put it right there. Hold on one second. Sounded like somebody was walking up behind me. But it was just my fan. Blowing stuff behind me. Just the fan. Do our try catch again. Same 3 messages. And system message. I am now listening. Important word that everybody needs to learn right now. I am now listening. If we are currently closing, return. Just quit listening. And if our local client is not equal to null, listen. If there is data available from our stream, meaning that the listener has written data out to the stream, go ahead and read it. So some of this code, some of the examples on Microsoft, when you go out there, you need to realize written right when 64-bit was coming out. So you will see this a lot because they're trying to tell you that you still need to use a 32-bit variable. The code says it's been updated, but it shouldn't say that if it's not necessary anymore. I'm just telling you that it really means nothing. Okay, and we've converted our bytes that we've read. And now we've converted them to a string. We've converted up to 496, so we should do a while read on this also. But I'm not. Well, the read is longer than something, but I'm not, because we're not going to be doing that big of a test yet. Maybe we'll do something later on. Alright, let's make sure I've gotten everything in here. I do not have the send button. Yeah, we're just going to send the message when we click the send button. We have the listen. We have the refresh. Yeah, we have those. Message timer. And we have the client load. Let's go to a local test, and then we'll get into some more interesting stuff, maybe. We have to get into the ports and unblock your ports. I'm going to leave you vulnerable to the entire world. Make sure you send me your IP address, and I'll help you test it. Also, put all your checking account information up front. So we're listening to this port, or to this IP address for this port. I need to open up a client. Uh-oh. Yes, we're listening. Someone connected to me. Awesome. And let's go ahead. Test from client. Oh, excuse me. That's what I received. Yeah, our server here does. Back at you. Ah, there we go. We're talking. If you notice, there's some lag on it, although I'm local. That's a lot because we're running in debug, and that's a lot because we're taxing their system. And because we're running locally, and we're doing a 1 second. You know, a lot of chat engines, a lot of game engines will have this up to 5 seconds. You could knock this down to 500, half a second. If you really wanted some speed, if the lag is bugging you, it ain't bugging me. I don't care. What do we have over here? What did we put? Yeah, 1,000 over here. That's good. So, you know, you can knock this all the way down to 100. And it probably wouldn't hurt anything on modern computers. Yeah, that would probably run on an old Pentium, whatever, Pentium 4. So, no biggie. Okay, now we've got to get on to actually testing, deploying to the other system. I'm not going to show you that. It would be too much bullet stuff to block. But deploying to my other system, I'll be recording with a different screen recorder over there and trying to sync them up and showing you the messages back and forth. Once I deploy, I also have to show you how to unblock the ports. So next we'll be unblocking the ports. We have to unblock our port for incoming, outgoing. We'll go ahead and do domain for right now. And then we have to also do that on a server computer. And then we'll be ready to do a real test to show that we are chatting across IP addresses. Then we'll be finished. See you there. Like and subscribe like a human being.